What up, YouTube? Today is leg day. We'll start off with leg extension. I'm gonna do a warm-up set first with both legs and then move on to single leg. So it's nice, get it kind of warmed up a little. All right. I'm gonna move this way. It's a little bit deeper stretch. All right, so last time I did 10 reps at 205. So we will try to beat that. So we got to beat 10 single leg. All right, here we go. Oh. All right, 12. Here we go. 3, 4, 5. Oh. All right, done with that. I've recently kind of fallen in love with the hack squat. And I think that's mainly due to being able to go really low with it and feeling safe. As someone that's over 6'1", squats, I just don't really feel them as much on my quads as I do glutes and hamstrings. And some of that might be because I'm not going low enough. I know I've seen where lifters that are tall mention doing front squats, and that's how they were able to develop their quads. But basically, what I like about this is I can go really low, I feel safe, and I can actually go to complete failure. I technically could do the same thing with the Smith squat, but I just feel a lot of weight on my spine compressed. This just feels where the weight's distributed a little more evenly on the body. It's not so much on my spine. But I'm gonna do one warm-up set with no weight, and then I'll jump into my working set. So this is just kind of just practicing exactly how I want to do it. So on this, I like just going all the way to the very bottom and then exploding up. So I'll just do a couple, kind of warm up a little. So if you wanted to do a superset of the leg extension into this, technically you could have done this first as a warm up, just like this warm up, then the leg extension, and then jump it right into your working set. Yeah. So I don't know. I just feel like my range of motion's a lot better on this because it's guiding me. Whereas on the squat, my form kind of breaks. All right. So last week I did 245s and a 25 for 6 reps. I'm going to keep the same weight and I'm going to just try to beat the 6 reps. And I feel pretty confident about it because my legs are well rested. I also specifically for today made sure to carb up. So first meal I had was steak and 2 sweet potatoes. Then I had a bagel and a banana and a cup of orange juice. So my glycogen levels should be restored. I should feel really good about doing this. So, just to give y'all an update with my diet, I'm definitely down on body fat. And all I've done really is put myself in a slight deficit on rest days. And on days like today, I try to be in a surplus. So today I'm gonna eat a good bit. I might even do a mass gainer after the workout. And then for supper, just to get more carbs, I'm gonna do a bunch of rice and some eggs and maybe some spinach. But basically, I'm really trying to keep my carbs up good, even though I'm in a slight deficit, so I lose body fat. I don't want to look flat. I still want my muscles to be kind of full. All right, so enough chit chat. We got to beat 6. Let's see if we can do it. So I'm doing my toes kind of out, but my feet are close. I'm trying to copy Tom Platt's recommendation to hit the outer part of the thigh. All right. We just got to control our breathing and make sure we do this right. Make it count this set, and we won't have to worry about anything else. One. Whew. 2. 3. I'm really trying to control the -2. So on this part, control it. You don't just let it fall. 4. 5. Whew. Come on. 6. Oh. All right. Whew. Oh. All right. We did 8. Unfortunately, I think I was behind on breathing more so than muscle failure. So I'm gonna do 2 3-minute rests, let my heart rate go down, just get a couple more reps, and then we'll be done with this. Whew. All right, it's been about a little over a minute. I don't want to wait too long. I want the muscles just to hit failure and then be done. So something's very interesting. Everyone kind of carries fat in different spots. I'm noticing I mostly carry fat in my thighs, not in my arms, and definitely not in the upper part of my abs. It's just like right here and here, which I guess isn't a bad thing. But as I've been cutting, I just noticed where Fat tends to store on me. All right, so we did 8 the first set. That's 2 more than last week. Now we just gotta get a couple more because I think I was literally just out of breath. It wasn't so much my legs were tired. All right, here we go. Yep, I knew I had a couple more. Whew. Now that's failure. Yeah, so just be mindful. Make sure you're hitting muscle failure, not something where you're just out of breath and you're behind on your breathing. Final exercise for leg day is calf raise. I know I mention it in all my leg day videos, but I have to say it, and just in case this is the first time you've watched me, I can't emphasize how important the bottom stretch of the movement, how important it is. If I don't hit that and hold it the next day, my calves aren't sore. It's almost as if I didn't shock them. Whereas if I hold on that bottom the next day, they're sore. And you don't have to constantly chase with soreness, but since calves are kind of very tricky muscle where most people say they hit them and they're not seeing any results, my recommendation is to hold on the bottom stretch. So just to show you what that looks like. So it's just holding right here and go heavy, then you contract. So right here, I'm getting close to failure on the top part of the movement. I'm gonna just hold that bottom stretch, just hold it. You can see how my legs were shaking towards the end. You will get much more out the bottom stretch going heavy than just doing a bunch of reps at a light weight. All right. So on these, most exercises I do one. This one, I like to almost overtrain it. Here we go. All right, we're just gonna hold. Oof. And some of it is, I guess, on the Achilles, but just really stretching it. Now when I go to contract, I mean they're fried. So after doing those static holds, just walking is kind of tough. But I'm telling you, letting it stretch on the bottom. If you're having some struggle with calves, that and the consistency, you just got to consistently hit them. So it's not something where like you're going to do once and see results. You know, you're going to have to, every time you do legs, do calves. Mine are still small, but compared to when they started, there's a big difference for sure. So they're getting there. And I would say, like, it's because my arms aren't very big, they're actually pretty proportionate to my arms. I just didn't want my arms to get any bigger without really focusing on legs. But right now I'm in a deficit. But today I'm gonna go in a slight surplus just to make sure I fuel the body from this workout and give it plenty of resources to grow. With that said, though, y'all let me know in the comments below what's your current split, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.